Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for your patience. Today is a Tuesday, and we're going over homework 13.14. It was on page 489 and 490. We are working on problems 1 through 6, and then the rest are odd, so remaining odd problems. You're going to find a situation here with problem number 14. So you'll need to use this right here, 30 cents per ounce. You'll need to know that when you're doing number 15, but we'll get to that. All right, so let's get started. All right, make sure that you are using additional papers. Don't just... There's not enough space, I'm telling you right now, not enough space that is going to help you with this, so please make sure you use additional paper. On STAR testing, you can use as much scratch paper as you want, grid or notebook paper. So please, please, please get into that habit. I cannot remind you. Remember, I can't remind you. That is you being proactive with your learning, and you're going to be asking for it. So go ahead and just get into that habit. We're at 13.4. Let's look at number 1. All right. What I've started doing is make sure that you write the word convert on the top so that you know that what you're going to be converting. I'm going to, let's see, scoot this back a bit. I'm going to convert ounces to pounds. So I'm going to put ounces. OZ is for ounces. Draw my arrow over and put LB for pound. We did talk about making that input-output table. If your brain is now starting to process, please don't take advantage of it. At least write down what you need to so that you can see some of it. Ounces and pounds. I'm going over to my chart. I have 2 charts here. I have this one here that you're going to see on STAR. It is already going to be on your test, so please, please use it. We're already here for weight and mass, and it already tells you. So I'm going from ounces to pounds. I'm finding here ounces, 16 ounces to 1 pound. Already tells me, don't have to guess. So I'm coming over here to 16 ounces is 1 pound. I can write the word rule. I can write the word process. So when it goes into the center, 16 ounces comes in, shakes it up, and you come out with 1 pound. Did you multiply or divide? We went from bigger to smaller. I had to divide. 16 goes into itself 1 time. So now my problem is I have 160 ounces is equal to how many pounds? So I have 160 divided by 16. If this confuses you, what times 16 equals 160? And I already know this is going to be 10 here. 16 can go into 16 1 time. So my answer is 10. 160 ounces is equal to 10 pounds. Please make sure that you pause it, go back, write it down, and then start again. I am moving quickly, but you have control over that button to pause me. So pause me, then replay me, and then play me again if you don't understand, and then see me tomorrow morning if you don't get it. All right, so next the number is number 2. I'm going to 5t equals what pounds? I'm going to convert tons to pounds. LB stands for pounds. I'm going to move that up. So I'm going to come over here and look at my paper. As a matter of fact, let me write this here. There's not enough space, so I'm going to write the word 10. So this is 10 pounds. Now it's 5 tons is equal to how many pounds? Right here. So I'm going to go to my handy dandy paper. It's 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. So this is what I'm going to write. I'm going to have my chart. First one is tons. Second one is pounds. LBS is pounds. If you want to write out the word pounds, please do so. P-O-U-N-D-S. You can do that as well. Your rule or your process, what are you going to do when it's in here? How are you processing it? Are you multiplying or are you going to divide? I know that for every 1 ton, if you have this sheet here that came in from the Go Math, I have 1 pound, 16 ounces. You won't see that on Star. You'll see this paper here, but you still, using for the information is wonderful. So 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. 1 ton, 2,000 pounds. I multiply it by 2,000. That's my rule. Well, I have 5 tons times 2,000. 5 times 2 equals 10, and I have 3 zeros, so the answer is 10,000 pounds. And so I'm going to write that on my paper. 10,000 pounds. And I'll put pound over here. All right. Number 3. I'm going from pounds to ounces. So I'm coming over here, and I have 16 pounds is equal to how many ounces? I'm going to convert pounds to ounces. All right. And now I'm going to make my chart. Write down my rule, or you can put process. Do I multiply or do I divide? Simply reminding you, I'm going to pounds to ounces. I'm coming over to my paper. I know that for every 1 pound is 16 ounces. So 1 pound is 16. I have to multiply 1 times 16 to get to 16. Well, now I have 16 pounds times 16. So I'm going to do my math to the side. 6 times 6 is 36. Regroup my 3. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 3 is 9. I'm done with my ones. I put my 0 as my hero and cross out my carryover. Starting at my tens place, 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. I'm going to add those up. 6. 9 plus 5 is 15. Carry my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's 256 ounces. So 16 pounds is equal to 256 ounces. I'm going to place my paper over here, write down 256 ounces. Okay? Go to number 4, and do you see how easy it is once you're doing your input-output table along with the rule or the process table, call it whichever way you want, still the same. It makes it easier and much quicker to get through. So now I'm going to have number 4. Number 4 reads, 12 tons is equal to what? To how many pounds? I'm going to convert tons to pounds. Input-output table. Write my rule, going to tons to pounds. It's supposed to be an S. Sorry about that. Well, I know, looking at my conversion chart, 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. How did I do it? Well, I multiplied or divide. I'm going to multiply 1 times 2,000 equals 2,000 pounds. Well, here I'm going to have 12 tons. 12 times 2,000 pounds. 12 times 2 is 24. And how many zeros? 1, 2, 3. That's 24,000. So 12 tons is equal to 24,000 pounds. I'm going to write that over here on my paper. Okay, the next one, I'm going from ounces to pounds. So I'm going from a small unit to a large unit. So I have 128 ounces is equal to how many pounds? I'm going to convert ounces to pounds. Make my table. Here's my rule. Do I multiply or divide? I'm going from ounces to pounds. If you don't remember by now, just simply go to your conversion chart. I'm going from ounces to pounds. 16 ounces is in 1 pound. 16 ounces is equal to 1 pound. I had to divide that by 16 because 1 times 16 equals 16. So I can work backwards. 16 divided by itself is equal to 1. Here I have 128 divided by 16. So 16 times what gives me 128? So here I'm dividing. 16 goes into 128 how many times? Well, it doesn't go into 1, doesn't go into 12. How many times does it go into 128? So I'm going to start off with, let me move over just a little bit more. I'm going to start in the middle, 16 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry my 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Now, the way I normally would do it, I look at my ones place, and I say 6 times what will equal, that will end in 8. And that's how I work it out. But if you're still having difficulty doing this, I know I can get bigger, so I'm going to 16 times 6 now. So 6 times 6 is 36. Carry my 3. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 3 equals 9. Can I keep going? Yes, I can. 16 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 4 is 11. Can I keep going? Yes, I can. 16 times 8, and this is what I was talking about. 6 times 8 is 48. So here my ones place, that's where they have my 8. So I'm carrying my 4. 6 times 1 is 8, plus 4 is 12. So 16 times 8 equals 128. I subtract that out, and it's 0. So 8 pounds is going to be my answer. So 128 ounces is equal to 8 pounds. And I'm going to write my 8 pounds right over here. Number 6, 26 pounds is equal to how many ounces? And so I'm moving my page here. Oops, sorry about that. So 6, 128 ounces. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm repeating that same one. Going to number 6. I think I'm using pencil tonight. 26 pounds is equal to how many ounces? All right. Well, I'm going to convert pounds, that's LBS, to ounces, OZ period. Make my handy-dandy input-output table. So, in with the pounds, out with the ounces. How did I do it? What process did it go through, or what is my rule? Did I have to multiply, or did I have to divide? Well, I already know, getting my chart, that 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So 1 pound, when in 1 pound came out 16 ounces, I had to multiply it by 16 to get that 16 ounces. Here I have 26 pounds. 26 is going in. The rule is to multiply. So I'm going to multiply out here. 26 times 16. 6 times 6 is 36. Carry my 3. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. Cross out, and 0 is my hero. Going into my tens place, follow the same process. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I get to add it up. 6 plus 5 is 11. 2, 3, 4. And so my answer is 416 ounces. So 26 pounds is equal to 416 ounces. I'm going to place that right over here. And there we go. Those are problems 1 through 6. The rest of them are going to be odd.